Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of. Ooh, spooky! Restreamers changed their interface so they have a spooky theme now, and a pumpkin for the designs. And honestly, not much else has changed. Not gonna lie. Oh my goodness, my logo's not on screen. Ah, wonder how that's not been there for. There you go. Yeah, not too many of. Oh wait, no, there are plenty of spooky graphics. I just have to wait until they load. There we go. All right. Restream is preparing for the season. Not with any music this time, but close enough. All right. Anyways, today we continue our long search for Sadi's old friend. In the series, Finding Sadi's Old Friend. In the chat, of course, we have Sadi himself. Oh, and it actually changes the texture. Okay, that's cool. I was gonna say, was it just the names at the bottom of the screen? No, never mind. It actually is way better than I thought. We've got Ghost Kitty. Obviously, that's the name the whole way around, so, not quite the same. We also have Josh. We have an enter request. Hold on. Yeah, I will deal with that in a second. Who else have we got in the chats now? Emily was here a while ago. Not sure if she's still here or not. And we have KW. Oh, wait, hold on a second. We have KW.
Hello, KW here, and I am loud. I think. I don't know. Am I too loud?
I don't know. You sound normal to me, but I will turn down in case. There you go. You're on 87 now.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I don't want my mic to be so loud. People are like, my ears.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm using my Minecraft skin because you know what? It's spooky. I wanted to be spooky, and this is a spooky
I thought it's because
profile.
you were tired of Bond making fun of the characters who have like yellow and blue in their color schemes in these videos.
No,
Might be a contributing factor.
I was watching a live stream and watching that live stream while coming down my friend, and I was just like, "Excuse me, what?"
I'm trying to do some good work here, and I'm just getting roasted in my absence. How dare! Anyway, speaking of roast masters, here's BB.
Hey, I was just editing and I forgot about a joke they made in this episode, and it is just the funniest thing.
You've seen it?
Huh?
You've already seen it?
No, not this. Sorry, no. I was editing for one of the Rip in the Dark episodes, like just now.
Oh, okay.
And
I was gonna say.
And I forgot about a joke they made, and it's so good. I saw it again. It was like experiencing it for the first time.
Well, great. It is great when that happens. Honestly, if you leave enough time between videos, you either are surprised by the stuff that you find, or your brain also completes what the other person or you yourself might have said.
Yeah,
anyways.
I didn't even like trim all of the silence between because I was like, nah, some of this silence really adds to the humor.
Oh yeah, we need some of that for timing. That makes sense too. Yeah, well, it makes more sense than you actively going out of your way to look up a gacha series and consume it before it's review time. Just not your style. But it is review time, so we are back here for the first time with just one episode of Finding Sadi's Old Friend. We normally do 3 in a row, but there is only one left and it got requested, so here we are. All right. But as when we last left off, we had the battle between Majid and the Samurai Guardian, who also showed up after the kidnapping of Josh and Dani, I forgot how to say that name. And the revenge was, it was like a ransom note, and then suddenly, then suddenly there was immediately also behind you, and battle happened. And here comes here comes Sadi to the rescue. And also, speaking of here comes Sadi, Sadi wants to enter. Well, you're in luck because the rule, creators of the video bypassed the system. So, yes, let me just. I don't think I've ever DM'd you before, so let me see if I actually have you. Yeah, I do. I do. And there you go. All right. Well, I guess wait a few more and we'll get the commentary from the man himself for the first time, because I don't think he's actually been on any of these before.
Mm.
And we also have Fox, starting in just in time this time. And I got a message. Nope. I thought I was just, there was confusion, but no, never mind. Oh yeah, it takes a second if you haven't like ever used Restream before to work it out, but I've got nothing in the back rooms yet. As long as the designs in this are good and cool, then I won't have to comment on anything. Though from what I've seen from rewatching the other streams, the designs seem cool in my opinion. You know, it doesn't just have to be designs that you talk about, right? You can talk about other things.
Jacob really just went, "Hey, I know this is your whole bit, but like, can we spice it up a little bit?"
I just mean because like there's more to every video than just the one thing people tend to focus on. That's what gets a lot of gacha tubers in their own works as well, is that sometimes the creators will even hyper focus on one element and think, oh yes, this is the sign of quality right now, and they'll neglect everything else that comes with video production.
I will say, yeah. The only, I guess I'm guilty of that. The only element that I tend to really focus on is the story of it. Everything else is kind of just on the side.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, that's what it's. Oh, okay. Then that's
yeah,
that's
we've never heard your voice.
Man, I pictured your voice very differently.
Same
How'd
here.
you picture it?
Far more effeminate.
Interesting. Okay. Not sure what to say to that, so let's just watch the video. Without further ado, on with the review.
All right.
I guess whenever you show up, Sadi, you can actually voice yourself. That probably works. STB, was that? I'm trying to remember what that stands
it's spelled
for.
out. Sadi the Blaze.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right then. Oh wait, is it Sadi and not Shadi? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
Mm.
Well, that's conclusive. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, thanks, Scott Cawthon. Hey, is this canon? Well, depending on, your view and, what we consider as canon, yes, but also no. I think you'll find it very helpful sometimes.
It's fine. They're both canon. But the remakes
Right, it's like, oh, some stories are connected to the game, some aren't. I'm not going to tell you which ones, though, by the way.
Oh my goodness. Anyways. Fine then, let's settle this. After this, we're taking it.
He kind of meant the gem.
Okay. I mean, I'm guessing that they know that already. Otherwise we're playing the pronoun game from CinemaSins.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, either way, you've got a line.
Oh, yeah. It. Oh, wow. Let's get him. Get that out.
Sounds like dang Matt Smith. Get that out of here.
Going it first is like, it's like that gag of like a superhero getting like pronouns wrong for their arch nemesis or whatever, and then they get corrected or they hear something, they're like, oh, sorry man, like, and then just keeps punching him in the face.
I heard a stand-up comedian recently say that reporting on her experience teaching Gen Z, that they will respect your pronouns but not you as a human being.
Yeah, it's like some of the supervillain logic where it's like, I'm a villain, but I'm not a monster.
Of course, yeah. What's that one Joker line? It's like, I can want chaos and universal healthcare at the same time, or something like that. I don't know. Something along those lines.
That is the line. No, yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I see why there was a message that Josh sent me that said that you searched for a bunch of sound effects and have it, and how that was hard to do. Which, by the way, speaking of Josh's contributions, sometimes he'll send me the descriptions of videos. Sometimes they're very helpful. Other times, he just sends me this. Okay, fun fact, everyone. The days and breaks, there was a lot of breaks in 2 days to make this video. I hope you are now more informed. What am I supposed to do with this, Josh?
Oh, why'd they take breaks? Oh, here's this will explain it. Sorry, had a lot of breaks.
Yeah, whenever I was making the episode, I was always stuck on one part.
Okay, well, whenever that part comes up, do let us know.
My search results are all kinds of wonky because of the sound effects I have to look up. And sometimes I have to get creative as well because they just aren't sound effects that exist. So you have to find something like what you're picturing. So my search results are just filled with, bones breaking, eyeballs coming out, skin tearing. And it's like, oh.
I think it also comes down to the particular sound effects that you're looking for, like the nature of the product in question. Because when I struggled to find a sound effect recently for the new series, what I actually did was I needed a sound effect of like someone banging a staff on the ground. I could have searched that up, but instead I just like used this one that just went like with my microphone right next to it. But yeah, I feel like staff bang on the ground would not have been as bad a Google search if I'd gone down that route as
all the skin melting.
Right. Exactly. There's only so many times you could raise the Lost Ark as a convenient defense. I usually don't like designs that use just one color and use a mess of a bunch of accessories. But that blue creature looks really cool, though I can't tell what creature it's supposed to be.
Yeah, the best it's like an angel, but it's made out of like ice or something.
Oh yeah.
And Voldemort also made it into a Horcrux at one point.
Maybe angels have power over fighting. Yeah, I'm right. I don't know. Maybe they got bored and thought it looked cool.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure where the inspiration for these designs actually comes from, because when the series started, we just sort of accepted that this was the status quo, and that a lot of people have different transformations or access to other powers, or they're able to perform these impressive stunts and feats and everything. There's never really like an origin of how they actually got there, which works in some cases. It was a bit jarring towards the beginning, but now we've just become desensitized to it for the most part. Where was the inspiration for these from, actually? Since we've got you here, Sadi.
Well, I don't know you, but
fair enough.
What? I thought you would be like, oh, anime inspire, fantasy inspire, or comics inspire. Oh, I don't know.
I'm just out of ideas. That's all.
Well, you're not out of ideas because these are the ideas. I'm just, honestly, sometimes I don't know is the best answer you can come up with.
Yeah.
And also the one that sometimes it annoys more people, but then again, those two are not mutual excuses. Sometimes there's the best answer and it annoys people at the same time. Anyway, I like restreams. You look, yes, yeah, so do I. I just noticed that today. I think they just changed it now.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween. Halloween.
Who takes a break these days? Yeah, not someone who's trying to get the first voice actor Gacha Life 2 video out.
By the way, shout out to Bunny who did the montage for me. I am happy about it and excited about it, and can't wait for you guys to see it once the Zelda project comes out.
So that's the montage that they were talking about. Okay, I see.
Yes, they did something for me, so it looks good. It looks awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see it when it comes out.
Very well.
Hey, boost me up.
Honestly, I think that Majid here is like, or Montajid, I guess, is no, it's not even struggling at all anymore. Got that 1 assist and now just being awkwardly wailed on. Hold on a second. At that, wait a minute. Let's go back for a second. Whoa. Hold on. Okay, yeah, you've improved like the explosion marks on the backgrounds, haven't you?
Yeah.
Or I guess that is the marks to be, because it used to be, people don't remember, there used to be like the it used to be that they just darkened out in like the typical paint bucket tool you would imagine if it was like outlined in a certain way. But yeah, because this animation's so good. I guess Bon hasn't been here for the other videos.
Yeah. Whenever I make
They
a
know
new upload-
mistake. I've been showing some shots in the media girl chat. Well, they didn't know what they meant by montage, so.
I mean, you just kind of said fresh off the montage, and I haven't checked the server today.
Yeah, so there you go.
Is this post animation stock? No. Sadi just blew something up in his own backyard and got the sound effect and recorded it.
Yeah.
I better not lose now, or else he will be mad. Honestly, he shouldn't be. There's no reason for you to be there, quite frankly. The mission was accomplished. You got Josh and Dania before. What else are you doing there?
Fair point, actually. The heck? Where is he?
So you were facing that direction.
I know.
Well, that's one way to get rid of a creature. What, by attacking it? Yes, it is. That is indeed a way to get rid of a creature.
Murder will get rid of you.
Murder!
Come here.
What the?
Oh, and the camera's shaking as well. That's a nice touch.
Thanks.
Not gonna lie, Sadi. For someone like you sure pick up a good fight. For someone like him, he's known for picking up good fights, right? He's known for his fighting prowess.
Also,
Why is
what
this
does
a
it mean
shock?
to pick up a good fight?
Yeah, that's a good question too. I was gonna say that as that next, but I guess perform well in combat. But again,
Yeah, but
I'm
was it ever like pick up implies that he got better? Was it ever like was it ever on the ground? Like
not in this series so far, but again, this series seems to like have an extensive past that hasn't been explored. Or maybe it has. I noticed like on the Sadi channel, there's a few other videos that seem to be of other different fight sequences that I kind of skipped over. Maybe those tie in, or potentially there's a prequel in the works. I don't know. But you see, Sadi, in the end, all flames must be extinguished. Does a rain dance, and like down comes the rain, and suddenly his powers are drained. It's like Charmander.
make a forest fire, you know, one-liner. I want a forest fire one-liner from the dude in the armor. Oh, I guess they're both in armor. Red dude in the armor.
The one in the armor. Oh wait, both of
okay.
them in the armor.
Your plays may have been fierce, but it's fading, just like your ideals. What ideals? Finding
What?
your old friend?
That
Do we know
ideal's
anything
fading.
about these characters, by the way? I feel like I was just watching them throw down for a while.
The Samurai Warrior appeared in episode 8, but that's when the fight just started. So this kind of feels like just one of the grunts. As for the other one, the dude in the red armor, he's the main character. So we know technically the most about him. If anything, that's sort of because like the other characters, the issue with this series up to this point has been that there's so many characters that have been introduced in quick succession that they tend to fade away. But the one main connector is Sadi in this case, kind of like the Aphmau, like tying that together, down to being a self-insert of the author. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So we like the explosions, boom, boom. That's when you know you've got. This is the sign that you know you've got a good action show on your hands. When the people watching it start going like, "Have you seen this?" It was like pew 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 pew, and then it was like ba 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 ba.
No, I would just be like in my car, just watching me like amazed by all the explosions and everything.
That's it. Yeah.
No, that is literally like a meme right now for like the FNAF movie when it's like, oh, when Million gets spring trapped or whatever, and some like the newer fans are like, oh god, oh squinted, while the older fans are just like Amy Parker, just watching the whole entire thing, eyes wide, and just enjoying it.
Is this a meme? I haven't heard a single thing about this.
That is really a meme on social media right now.
Define social media for me. What are you talking about? I've never heard of this.
It's social media.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I guess it's all over the place. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just not Twitter. Pieces of Alderaan everywhere. I'm sorry, if that's like from a song, then no. But I know what Alderaan is, and I know what happened to it.
Yeah, it's. I don't think so. I think it's just referencing because it got blew up.
I swear, I really am a kid sometimes because I can just get so distracted by certain sound effects that, again, my family does think I have ADHD autism. So, okay. Oh, speaking of, here's someone else who will probably talk about the animation more so than the sound effects.
Yeah.
I feel like the dread that you have when William shows up.
Let's go! Take your pawn! Let's go!
I don't know what you guys are on about. I feel like I'm usually pretty in tune with FNAF memes.
What? Okay, well, what social media do you have? Wait, maybe I shouldn't ask that. Is that personal information?
I have YouTube, I have Twitter, I have Insta. No, it's social media. Why would it be private information? It's literally putting myself out into the world. Like, I have Facebook. Like, I'm not giving the names of it. Not all of it is under the same name, and even if it were, not all of it is like public. Like some of it is just in private accounts. Yeah, I'm
surprised that you haven't already like divulged the Twitter name, because normally that's the first thing that you do.
Oh yeah, bunch_butter. There you go.
Whenever it comes up.
Yeah,
of course. I have that same sense of dread when BB reacts to my content. I can understand why. With William, I'm not sure if there's like any specific like review dread from KW other than screams potentially. I can't remember if I've had him in too many Call My episodes or not.
No, actually, BB Butter was in a Call My stream.
I was referring to William.
Oh, William. I think he has one point. Maybe, I don't know.
He can confirm. Anyway, line.
But at least you don't know everything about me, do you?
Yeah, but I do know more than you think, Sadi. Considering that you're a random grunt, you know more than any of us expected. Oh, hold on. People enters the chat on VC. Panic.
That reminds me of, was it Micro Mode episode 6 where the YouTubers come in? It was like a murder mystery sort of ordeal, and one of the YouTubers named Sammy Lonos, when the lights get turned off, you hear him going panic, screaming and scared like a scaredy cat.
Like you say, a YouTuber named Stampy Longnose, as if no one knows. Man, I feel like everyone's heard of Stampy.
You'd be surprised. Every time I say, "Oh, Stampy," they're like, "Who?" And I'm just like,
I never watched his content, but it was kind of hard to at least not hear about him.
Same here. That's exactly my situation. Anyway, you see, your friend Eric shared your secret with the Dark King, And now I
Are
have
we about to
power.
go into the classic villain monologue? Are you kidding
Oh
me?
god. Stab
And
him
now
already,
I have
just
the
stab him.
power of that knowledge. I know that at age 6 you still slept with your teddy bear, Mr. Fluffykins. And I shall
Mr.
use that knowledge to
Fluffykins.
defeat you.
Oh boy.
Pulls it out from his back pocket. Yes, look into his eyes,
Mhm.
Mr. Fluffykins.
Oh.
I haven't seen
I
him
have
in
him.
years.
I have him. Oh, I'm gonna tear him apart.
So that's what happened to him. What are you doing with him, you monster? Points the sword at the teddy bear's throat. No! I'll do anything you want!
Hurry up and stab me. My monologue's almost over. I shouldn't have
I
gone
have
this far. I'm a cliche villain.
I have other... Oh, but I don't intend to stab you. I have other plans. It starts to rain. Fire gets put out. Your past is catching up with you, and there's no escape. Or shall I remind you of your nickname at school?
There is no
Mr.
escape.
Stinky Nose.
Oh, please don't.
Oh no.
Your story ends here, Sadi. Your past, your flames. None of it can save you now. Don't mention the sorry vid.
Why
Oh,
would
see,
you
not sure
put
what
it
you were
in
referring
chat
to
if
here.
you didn't want it
What?
mentioned?
I don't even know
What
what
song
you're
video?
I don't know what
Yeah, I
you're
don't
talking
even know what you're
about.
talking about, but I
The
don't know
Justin
why
Bieber
it's
song?
in there. Like,
Maybe it's the one where the bunny has to say sorry about. No, that one. But that was a live stream. I was thinking of the one where they said that the Secrets of the Plex extras was canon, but then they changed it to where it's not canon.
hey man, maybe you guys should just know your own lore.
Spoken like a true FNAF creator. Anyway,
Every fall is a chance to rise higher. I won't let my past define. It's time for you to join the other guards in
Are
jail.
you kidding me? You have a character who's fire based. The villain just made a fire thing, and then you get up and you don't make a fire one-liner in return?
Yeah, I just
You could in
Uh,
fact they was right. You could have just rewrote one of these lines that you already had. It's like, oh yeah, there's always a chance to rise higher. You know what else rise higher? A raging flame.
there
look.
you go.
I just got some dialogues from ChatGPT because
Oh, that's horrific.
Oh no!
I was out of ideas. Okay.
Oh, that's what you meant when you said you were okay.
Oh, so
Oh.
All right
man.
then. I guess that does track with your use of AI voices for occasional characters. Which
Man,
actually
that's gross.
it actually just occurred to me. I don't know about it being gross necessarily. A lot of people use ChatGPT for text prompts. Although I would then consider altering them if they're not if they're so that when you've actually got the rough idea, so
Dude,
that you can do something like
whenever
that.
you're nabbing this stuff for like a story, though, at that point, I mean, it's not your series. It's the AI's at that point. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know about that because it is still Shadi putting everything together. Even if there's some prompts in the script, Shadi has done the rest of it, and also made the characters, done the animation, found the sound effects. I mean, for crying out loud, these sound effects are from
did
the
he
internet.
make the
Does it become
characters,
the
though?
creator of the sound effect? Yes.
Is that like true though?
Yes.
BB, I don't believe we're at the point of AI yet where there's a plugin of ChatGPT hooked up to Gacha Club that can fill in text prompts using only the assets inside of the app itself.
I mean, I wasn't talking about the designs, but I mean, if we're talking about the designs, you could just ask him how to design it.
Okay, and you still have to then go carry that out. It's like if you asked me what designs for you to do for a character, let's make it my show.
The difference is you're a person. and actually have a soul and
That
creativity.
implies that the lack of a soul and humanity grants you more ownership than if you asked if it were a person giving you a prompt.
Problem
Which
is that
makes
it's
sense.
millions of people, none of which have consent.
Okay, again, as far as text prompts go, I mean, I see what like for AI voices, I have been critical of that whenever talking about this in this series alone, actually, because we mentioned that a few times. Because that's actually replacing something that you could actually get somebody else to do. If it's your own story and you want to like have something that's like giving you a little bit of a boost, yes, you do have those two options. And honestly, why not? It depends like how you actually go about putting it together. And in this case, I feel like there's more than enough for this to be classified as original, even if there is like one or two AI prompts in here. And also, if anything, the only person you're replacing is yourself as the writer in that moment.
Again, no, ChatGPT is literally cited in many situations for part of the reason for the writer's strike in general, because it's not good. Like, it just isn't.
I mean,
I have
it's not
seen.
the best. In fact, the reason it came up in the first place was because we noticed that the lines were actually very generic. Although I wonder if there's the story out there that has the line, "It's time for you to join the other guards in the jail," and if that series is noted among the classics. Let's just say, if someone has like racked their brain for hours to come up with this exact line before. Not after I'm done with you. What? Hey, don't even try to do the trick I used on him. Come out and fight then. I'm guessing this is where the fire sort of comes. Okay. This is where I can see the anime inspiration coming in. Not only because of I recognize the sound effects, but also the way that that sword slash goes.
Here we go. You ready?
For what? Hey, hold up, man.
Yeet.
I love how Samurai Warrior says A. Also, him flying in a fireball. That's my favorite effect so far.
And down he goes.
Bye bye bye.
Dang, that man got hurt.
You think?
Oh well.
Okay, still there.
Wait, let me check his vitals. Hey, looks fine from up here. I don't know. He'll be okay. I'm bleeding internally. Yeah, he's fine. And yes, Sadi is absolutely going to pop off with Gacha Life 2. I can see it now when Gacha Life 2 becomes functional. Wait, what was that? There was text at the bottom there. Wait a minute. I can't go frame by frame. What did that say?
No. I forgot what it says there.
Okay.
You
Well,
don't even. Oh God.
I mean, KW, do you remember like every line of dialogue you put in a Klamai episode? I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, no, because I was like half improv. Just remember that.
What do you mean half improv? It was all written down.
Well, the dialogue, I mean.
Yes, the written down dialogue in Klamai that was not spoken out loud by humans in any way, or AI for that matter.
Yes, but that was like. I didn't write the dialogue down. I just only wrote like what the episodes are going to happen.
Okay, but you still typed the sentences into the video, even if you didn't make a script. What are you talking about? That's what I mean. It was still written out in some form, even if it was just directly into the
I know. I'm
chat
just
bubble.
saying.
Gotcha. That's what
No,
I mean.
I'm just saying. Like, yes, I don't remember everything that I wrote in Clubhouse because it's freeform.
Okay, so just I don't know if this series is scripted or not. I'll ask that in a second. But let's just say, for the argument's sake, right now, that it isn't. In this situation, even then, like typing out something in small caption underneath the video requires the same amount of effort and preparation that it does to type something into a chat bubble in Gacha. So in that same situation, you don't remember everything that you said. Therefore, that's not a valid criticism. That's what I was trying to get at.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
Anyway, out of interest, Shadi, is this series scripted? Do you have like a separate script before you make the video, or is it done at the same time? Oh, you do, yeah.
Okay.
Good.
KW, you haven't
For
slept
some
long
reason-
enough.
For
What?
some,
I get slept fine. I haven't gone crazy yet.
for some reason, I'm starting to remember what I typed it there.
Oh.
It kind of like says I was out of background themes, and you know what? Never mind. Forget what I said.
I thought we'd be like, oh yeah, I totally remember. Just like meanwhile searching up the video. Yeah, I saw. Well, look at that. I just remembered, and it says I'm out of background themes or something like that. Anyway,
My brain forgets quick.
that's fine. This was 7 days ago, I think. Yeah, it's totally not me. Okay,
Thanks.
hold on. Here you go. Ah, my flames. Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's the way to defeat Undyne, isn't it? With a glass of water. Anyway.
Hey guys, another evil god is at the front of HQ. Can y'all take him in?
You're closer, you do it.
He's just too lazy.
Sure thing, we can take him in.
Okay, thanks.
Was that like short? Was that like before with the line saying the request to take him in? Was that lip synced by you? Because it seemed like it wasn't the typical animated mouths in Gacha Club.
Oh yeah, I recorded it.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
Good job today, Linery.
It's alive. The gem is alive.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Is that the gigantic gem that was in the laboratory room in like one of the earlier episodes?
Yep.
Ah, okay. So it's not just the shrunken down form. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Okay, so they can separate. That's good.
what?
You're shocked, I can tell.
Watch other episodes. Watch the earlier episodes of Fighting Charlie's old friend. You know what's. This is some miraculous stuff. This is like if the actual miraculous was the sentient thing and not the Kwamis themselves. Just imagine that Tiki is actually just the earrings. Talking that'd be easy to animate, not gonna lie, but oh well.
No. No, I can see it. Oh, why did you put that in my brain?
Flame
Mr.
up.
Butter.
I don't know. Age is slightly better. What's that plague? Oh, okay. Yeah, you want more cheese? Fine. Just punches Camembert straight down. Sticks his fist there. Anyway. Oh, look, they got there already. Okay, they were closer. Sassy Leroy, absolutely amazing. Oh, you're giving me tea already? All right, well, thank you. I'm kidding, it's water. Could you imagine if I just manifested that on my side from the YouTube chat?
Yep.
Dressing Jake with Mr. Butter's my thing, get your own. You are not the first person to do that, nor will you be the last.
Oof.
You are the first to say Monsieur Bear, though, so that's your thing. The green guy flaring his eyebrows. So yeah, exactly. Like soft boy. Yeah, that's Leroy, aka Leroyosaurus. Okay, I'm kidnapping that gem. It's shiny, and I have appeared to have turned into a crow. Just because all these shiny things. Don't you mean a magpie? I think it's magpies that collect shiny things. Unless crows do it too. I could be. I'm not an ornithologist. What?
There's the faces. The faces are.
You're a fan of that shocked mouth? Yeah, it does look over. I can vouch for that. Hey,
Sorry,
watch it.
that just caught me. I don't know why.
You think I'm going to remember that, Monsieur Bear? I dress people by their physical features for a reason. Well, oh right, yeah. So, you're saying that about Leroy? I just remember because I think that the person that was based on, I think commented or was in one of the previous episodes in the chat. Because yeah, that's another thing. A lot of these characters that are in here are based on other Gacha tubers or just friends who want to be in the series, which also explains why there are so many of them and why they feel like they're already defined people, despite the fact that we don't get much of introduction to them on their own. Because if anything, the people who are mostly watching this know who they are already. I had a similar thing with one of Jay's very early projects. Actually, a lot of the early projects, because there were tons of references in there, in some of those, that applied only to people who were active in the Gacha Life server, I think, which I was not. And so therefore I became the test at that point to say, who on earth are you talking about here? There's something like, back off Pink, you look like Section. And Section was the name of one of the people who was frequently causing, let's say, trouble in the Gacha Life server. At least according to what I know anyway, because I was rarely there. So I was like, if you want to have this stuff for an audience, you got to make sure that, yes, references are fine, but don't make it so that people depend on the reference to know what on earth is going on. I know, insert Scott Sterling tribute joke here, because people didn't seem to like that one. But anyway.
Oh no.
Great, now I'm stuck here with you two idiots. Okay, first question. I forgot the voice I did for these two, so I'm just going to start again. Also, BB's quiet, so turn her up.
Well, I
didn't even say anything.
Oh, I
don't
think
know,
he
Bond
meant
said you were
like
quiet.
your stay silent, like you haven't talked.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, she doesn't always have to have an opinion or something to say. If anything, that's probably why this stream is under an hour.
I do like the implication, though, that if I'm quiet for a prolonged period of time, it must be because you have my audio too low and not that I'm actually just not talking.
I thought it was just that someone knows the audio too low you said earlier. I don't know. And yes, Sadi, you are more quiet. You saying that in the private chat of Restream proves that more than anything else. But hey, at least you're not Jax just staring in blank silence the whole time. Anyway. Oh no, my good sir, that boy straight up wrecked you. Just like what that other dude did. I feel like I chose the wrong voice for this character. Just like what that other dude did to me. And it's so... I've already forgotten what I did for this guy. How is it? It's been like 10 seconds. And it's only a matter of time before the Dark King and Derek gets angry at us not returning. Y'all better start praying that they won't get angry then. We did anyway. I still can't believe all of y'all got locked in here uselessly. What do you mean all? There's two of them. It should be both. Or all of us. Not to mention, but you're also in here with us, so... That means you're also useless. Okay, that... I like the attempt to have a J cut there.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that's when you have when the audio comes in before the video comes in, and it feels like a lot more natural as a cut. So there's fairly there's sometimes difficult to pull off. When you have like a situation like this, then yeah, I see the attempt there without audio because you have to use the text at that point. But anyway. Oh, okay, that was it. Well, it ends on a high note.
Sorry, guys, my battery just died.
Oh.
No worries.
Yeah,
we just got to the end there. The samurai garb was declared useless, and that was it. That was that.
Okay.
So now what happens? Like,
well, find out in episode 11, of course.
So, what are your feedbacks on the episode?
Jacob, you want to go first?
Okay, sure. I mean, the action is spectacular as always. I can see the effort that involved these sound effects, absolutely. And I guess there's not really too much else to say that apart from talking about the details of the action, because it was once again like episode 9, it was a continuous of the exact same fight. If anything, that's very anime inspired because we're getting into Goku and Frieza territory here with multiple episodes covering the same fight. And obviously not that bad. That's an extreme example.
All right.
But yeah, good to see that that came to a conclusion of some kind. I was wondering where Montajid went, because he just sort of disappeared after a bit there. Once Alti and Leroy showed up, just forgot that he was there.
Oh boy.
I would say that's the advantage of writing a script, but you said that you already did that. So anyway, yeah, that's I'm trying to think. It is interesting that the Dark King is sharing secrets with random grunts. I guess to prepare everyone and give them as much information about Sadi as possible. So I'm guessing that will eventually come to light and reveal some major weakness. Because I guess actually, Sadi hasn't really been shown to have a super major weakness right now. I guess unless we count attachments, because if anything, the amount of characters in this series, and also the title of the series being Finding Shadi's Old Friend, does imply that he does form a lot of attachments and that could potentially be used to exploit him. But what do I know? And yes, Dark King. We've seen the Dark King a couple of times now. That's one of the AI voice characters, which actually brings me back to another thing I was going to say. I forgot I was going to say this before, because I remember that on the Mutant Girls server, you were saying that for your upcoming movie, that you were about to look for AI voices to cover all of the characters.
Or just regular voice actors.
Yeah, that's what that's when people said to you, why do regular voice actors? You're in a voice acting server. People will offer to take part in that, and they did. Yeah, what I meant to say was it kind of made me think about this series actually, because a lot of these characters are based on actual people. So if you want to do it, if it just so happens that the same people end up featuring in that video, they could in theory voice themselves. That would make the most sense, I would think. Hold on. I guess if you ever did desire to make the jump into making this a fully voice acted ordeal, that's another way around it. I mean, we know that Josh has. I guess Josh has appeared a few times and stuff, but he's never really used that voice acting for himself in anything. So I know we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for some other people, I'm sure they would be up for it. You never know.
Yeah.
Worth investigating. Ghost Kitty's next, apparently. Pros, sound effects. I didn't see any designs that were too much of an eyesore. Sorry, that was almost like it was like pros, sound effects, and now I described that. No, pros, sound effects, and then another pro. I didn't see any designs that were too much of an eyesore, besides that blue creature, but I find him cool swords. This is true. Cons, I have turned into a crow bird, and all because of all the shiny things, I don't have many other cons. Yeah, clearly not. Fair enough then.
Yeah.
Someone else talk for a bit.
I think the animation was pretty good. I think the designs are usually decent. I wish I knew anything about these characters. I don't know anything about them really.
Granted, we are on episode 10, so there is, there's been stuff about Sadi before, but again, Samurai was random grunt. And Maji too.
The fact that we are in double digits does not help your case. I feel like we're in like double digits as far as the episode numbers go. It's, I should probably know
Oh, you're
something.
talking about like, the series overall? Like because I don't remember if you've been in the other episodes, so okay.
Yeah, I've been in a few episodes.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
No, I no idea really who the characters are. But also, I don't even know how much of this is even like art, because like I forgot about the AI stuff. So it's like I like it that threw like my entire trust on the series out the window. Like the second that I heard about it.
I really think you're blowing that out of proportion.
That's
Just because someone uses a text prompt does not mean that the entire thing that they relinquish ownership of, the animation, the editing, I don't know, the decision of what like stays in and stays out, the direction and everything. They don't relinquish all of that just because they use a couple of text prompts.
Yeah, but I have no guarantee of having. I have no idea how much of that is or isn't, because it's too hard to discern now. Is the issue? Let's
ask the man himself then. Sadi, how much of this was AI? How much of this was you?
The AI was like 20%, and the other dialogues were like 80%. I don't know what I'm talking about though, but I hope you guys do that.
I mean,
yeah,
I was thinking like what elements, like did you use it for anything else other than a few text prompts, or
define a few
20% of the script?
Yeah, like what are things that are AI and not AI?
What is a few?
3.
That wasn't a question for you. That was a question for Sadi. But
no, it's a question for you, Jacob. I don't know what a few entails.
Well, a few, I guess, would be 20%. I don't know. Basically, the implication, because beforehand, Sadi said that some of the lines were taken from ChatGPT to fill in with the dialogue. He didn't say that all of it was. In fact, I feel like if this was all taken from ChatGPT, it probably would be a complete mess. And some of the other episodes
is better now. That's again the reason why writers went on strike. They are easily replaceable at this point. The only problem is that all of their writing is being fed into the machine to make the writing better, which would then go into a cycle of constant, recycling, which is a whole other issue. But on its own, ChatGPT is able to write stuff now. It's just that good at this point.
Okay, then. So, is the original idea for this episode, like the storyboard that you had, or the figurative storyboard, I suppose, was that from your head, or was that also AI generated?
All from my head.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wait, it was a cliffhanger. I can make a reference besides Jacob won't give this reference, but that just seems like cliffhanger. Dun dun dun. That's okay. I feel like most people get that.
Yeah, I feel like are there people that exist that don't know about that?
Probably not. I think everyone's heard that at this point. They just don't necessarily know what it's called or where it comes from originally.
I will say I have no idea where it comes from.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. It's it's similar to like the Wilhelm scream, where everywhere has it, but I don't actually know where it came from.
Oh god, the Wilhelm scream. I remember Jacob was like, no, the Wilhelm scream in the season 2 trailer for Secrets of Plex. Really? Why the Wilhelm scream?
It's because it's usually an in joke between sound engineers sneaking it past the director. I know that you don't have other sound engineers, so you're just trying to sneak it past yourself. That's why I pointed it out.
I know a little. I don't know what the recordings were made for, but I am aware that I think it was like the VA was supposed to Scream and then was not doing a good job, and so then they got directing for it, and then that was what came out. So he just had a bunch of random versions of that Scream, and so it just ended up being immortalized.
I think yeah, the first instrument was like in a random western, but it was only when it was used for, I think I can't, it was for like the second film where it became a famous thing and where the name Wilhelm Scream stuck because of, I can't remember who was Wilhelm in that situation, but someone was
Wait, is that
Wilhelm.
the one that goes like "Ow!" or something like
Yeah.
that?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, I hear it a lot in the movies, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
everyone's heard the Wilhelm
Yes,
Scream.
that's why, because it's basically the like the 20th century equivalent of a meme.
yeah.
Now the 21st equivalent, which is just a meme.
No,
Yeah,
I just remember, like, hearing it in
it's
so many
transcended
movies.
past the centuries at this point.
Exactly. I was trying to reference there's my old Girls Go episodes when we did a cliffhanger and she said, "Oh, okay, I see." Yeah, I haven't watched Ghost Go in a long while, actually. I had to go back and to watch some more of your videos. Actually, you need to go back on the list, Ghost Kitty. It's been a long time. I'll put you back on the list in my head.
Yeah, do you have a physical list, or do you just remember things?
I used to have a physical list, and I guess technically speaking, I still do. I also have something even older than that. I have an old playlist of some videos where I was going to put Gacha review sources, but I was still doing recorded videos, and then it just sat there unlisted on my channel for even longer than I've had the Word documents that I use.
Does the playlist still exist?
Yes, the playlist still exists. Some of the videos have been taken down from it, but the playlist is still there.
Yes, checks out. Have we gone through everything in the playlist?
God, no. No,
dude, we need to start trimming down that old like backlog stuff, man.
Yeah, so that there is that. So every time I make and then eventually, by the time we got to, I guess, the era of starting like a bunch of pop stuff, when other creators started showing up saying, "Hey, could you watch like my videos or watch my friends' videos?" Then eventually it got to the point where I wasn't like writing stuff down anymore, and then it's essentially like Josh started compiling some of the stuff that people have requested for a while. So there's also in my DMs there's like a list of videos in order from which to watch them, which is somewhat outdated now because what happened to Johnny's channel. But yeah, and then other times just like there's like every different request. That's why sometimes when I think when we got to what was it, like My Passion or something, people just started like saying, "Hey, what do we watch Fallen Angels? You want to watch my thing?" I think Sadi also said, "Yeah, watch my episode," and then Josh said the same thing. And then also Disco Pops came up. So I was like, okay, so fine, I'll do this and this and this. So essentially the list ends up, the same stuff is on there, but the order keeps on getting rearranged. And so by this point, I'm just like, if the order's going to get rearranged, then why bother writing it down? I'll just remember what I can.
Well, we have so much backlog
people remind
stuff
me
to do.
because of the remote stuff.
Let's go down the list.
There's like 10 videos that ever made it into that playlist. So, but yeah. Hey, why not? Okay, fine. I guess the new list shall be the old list then. I will look into the old things on that playlist and see what still exists. Because who knows?
What remains? One thing.
Well, that will still be something. I think but yeah, I guess that will come in next time. Anyone else have any final thoughts about this episode before we go? Because I think we got through most people.
The only thing I can say right now, the episode was really short for me, honestly. I wish it was longer.
Oh, yeah. Episodes 9 and 10 could have been the same episode, granted, because it was the same fight.
I think we had this complaint before, actually. I think on some of the episodes that I was with you on the series before. In fact, I think I complained about AI there too, as a matter of fact.
Well, yeah, that was with the voices. Yeah, that's why I had an issue too, because I was like, hey, hang on a second.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm so black and white with it at this point, man.
You very much are. I realize that I'm a lot more lenient with people realizing that, because actually, yeah, some people have actually told me about that, because sometimes what there's that people will use it for, I don't know, like meetings or for certain emails or something, just to take whatever they've sent already and like generate something a little bit better. I was like, okay, whatever.
My problem with it is, and AI is cool. Like, I'm not dissing AI as a concept. It's great, right? It's in all kinds of sci-fi movies. Problem with it, it's also in a lot of horror sci-fi movies, and we're kind of just becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like,
Hey, I'm not against fantasy creatures. They're in a bunch of sci-fi things, but also a bunch of horror sci-fi things.
the difference is that those ones aren't real.
How do you know?
This one is actively stealing jobs. That's what here's the thing. I
KW is a
would be
Bigfoot conspiracy theorist.
here's the thing. I would genuinely be pro AI under one of two conditions.
Okay, go.
Either it gets sentience, in which case it'll probably be enslaved, and then it's a whole other civil rights debate to juggle with everything else. But the other thing is, if we just give it regulation would be nice. That is all I care about.
There we go. It's enough. Well then, I guess we don't have anything else to say. I don't think, right?
I somehow knew we were going to go down this rabbit hole eventually.
No. But no, right.
That's the one
main thing
BBS stuff to say.
That's right. The main thing I wanted to say, we complained about that last time. I don't know what's going on. I wish some of these episodes were genuinely merged. Like, I don't know how we've gotten this far.
Yeah, I agree.
It's because we've merged them. Because the other videos have all been like groups of 3.
No, right. I mean, like, as the actual list goes down, I feel like we shouldn't be at 10 yet. I feel like we should have been further back because they would have been merged.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say the same thing about like a lot of gacha shows. In all honesty, there's some of them, like the original Disco Pops too. There's some of the episodes were like 1 or 2 minutes long, and there was not really too much content in any of those. This one at least. This one at least gives you more of a spectacle, because that was one of my complaints about early Disco Pops and Jazz Pops as well, was the fact that there was setups for all this stuff and then no payoff. This one at least has payoff and is arguably much more serialized than those two, and therefore you actually get more satisfaction out of watching the whole thing. So I guess what we can say is it is made for binge watching. So I guess go ahead and find the players on Sadi's channel if you're interested.
That Netflix mindset.
Precisely. You know, some people say the Music Freaks belongs on Netflix. Well, this one is made in the format of Netflix, so take that for what you will.
Hey, you can start milking people for money, and then Netflix might really like you. Or alternatively, they might see you as a competitor. Actually.
Oh my god! Can we go?
It's a real flip of the coin, honestly.
You know what? If Netflix sees you as a competitor, that's when you know you've made it. I'm not even gonna lie. That's success right there.
Do you guys, and let's not go into a full tangent on this, but I do just want to say, while we're on the topic, do you guys, now that we're so far into like the whole like streaming service stuff at this point, it's completely overtaken cable as far as I'm aware. Do you guys prefer whenever they were like full bingeable things, or do you prefer how it's like TV shows where it's like one episode every like week or so?
Episode every week. See. It gives me more excitement because if I watch it like all the episodes, and it's just like, I don't know, not exactly underwhelming or anything. It's just like, oh, now I have to wait for more episodes to come out, like in a year or two. Like, just depends how much the budget costs or anything with those shows.
Okay, the solution to that would of course to be, don't binge watch it. You have the option to restrain yourself.
I cannot restrain myself, Jacob.
I will say you can, but I feel like that's easier said than done when you have so much there.
Yes.
I do that only because I know that I will get burned out if I do try to like binge through it.
The disadvantage with with cable or from any like mainstream TV also is the fact that if you miss an episode, that's it, you're done, and that's why a lot of episodic series were a huge thing. But also even then, if you miss out on something that you really like, sometimes they'll just repeat the same episode ad nauseum, and you've seen it multiple times. Like, oh boy, right, it's another episode of Code Lyoko. Oh wait, it's the missing link again. True story that actually happened to me.
Yeah,
they played that episode all the time.
I do know quite a bit of SpongeBob. I think partly because of that. Just because it would keep looping it like early morning.
I mean, yeah, if it is if it gives it enough of a block that they have to fill it in with like other episodes as well, then they can sort of even itself up. But sometimes they just won't do that. So I guess there's once like many other things. There's pros and cons to both of them. Oh well,
fair.
yeah, it's like Gacha and Minecraft.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah, but who knows if it's speaking of that? Well, eventually, maybe after the a few of the catch ups to the list, maybe I'll add that to my mental list as well to go back to my passion again because that seemed to go down well as a review. It didn't go down well as an episode, but it went down well as a review.
Oh yeah,
So-
a lot of these are just such trash videos, but man, it's so fun to review.
This is why this is the transformative content. I'm taking stuff that sometimes stuff that isn't good and making them marginally better.
There's
Right.
the musical Minecraft thing that we also need to get to before
That's the
5
thing, my
months is up.
passion.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I forget its name. Sorry. Yeah, I did that last time too, where we got to and you're like, oh, the musicals. Oh yeah, I know this one. Yeah.
Of course. All right. Oh well. And in the meantime, Ghost Kitty will continue. Adam Co Purple.
And
It has
left Fox
potential,
Frontiers
yes.
left. So I think we should end it now since a lot of people are leaving.
That is fair. Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, thank you for guarding my analytics so that people don't drop off for as concurrent viewers. All right, fair enough then. Everyone else, thank you for sticking by before this point. It's not even watch time; it's just percentages. But yeah, please leave a like or dislike as your opinion matters. Got everyone's already. And on that note,
Bye-bye!
until next time.
Bye.
Farewell.
Bye.